1, 2, 3, 4 years completed, but time just will not stop. In terms of quests released per year, this one sits at the top. 23 full years of questing, Caves of Bank must stay alive. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2005. Welcome back to August 30th, 2005. Crafting. Silver. On the strong symbol. There is 73 crafting. Brilliant stuff. Well, that is still leather boots in Daemonheim. No Daemonheim, no boots. That's later. We will need a lot of teleports today. So we're going to use Ellie Morsane's shop here. Buy some elemental runes. Look at all these. Let's grab a good number. We can afford it. Got another 112,000 coins from that crafting there. Gets us up to 6 million coins. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Let's get moving. On September 5th, 2005. The behind the scenes. For this month, we have such things as prayers, the next part of the Plague City series, the new NPC letters sent in by players to get questions answered, updates for cooking and agility, Bob the Cat's up to something, and a graphical rework to another area. Lots of good stuff. And not to wait long for the first things of these to show up, because on September 6th, 2005, agility shortcuts are added. All over the place. And it's really, really nice. For the lore, for all these shortcuts, the gnomes built them. Since gnomes are smaller and more agile, they make use of these shortcuts very easily. And then, with enough agility, you can also make use of them. There's a bunch of them all over the place. Total of 30. So that's pretty wild. And many of them have changed over the years. First up, here in the Lumbridge Graveyard, you can now get through the fence. As you can see, it's just a opening here, because that was changed in 2006. But this gives us the ability to get down into the swamps here. There are plenty more agility shortcuts to go and look at. So let's go and look at them. On the route between Lumbridge and Varrock, you now have the option of running up this way and jumping over the fence, which later was turned into a path in 2009. Now the fence jump is over here. So, how much faster it is to go through here past the farming and jump here instead of just taking this new path? Probably not. Because there's a whole animation with this. Imagine this, except right over here instead. That was less of a jump. Another achievement. Alright. And you can still just run this way past the wheat field too if you want. But yeah, that was changed in 2009. All sorts of different stuff and updates. Especially in the free-to-play areas. Like another one here. Not this bridge. That is a completely different thing. But previously there was a stepping stone obstacle right here. But it was changed into a bridge in 2013. It's just never ending. Never ending. The changes here. We can still go that way though. In case we ever so happened to want to go to Trainer Manor that way. Not that we really need to. That's alright. Next one is up here in the Varrock Palace Castle area, where there's an agility shortcut right through the wall here that can get you to the Spirit Tree, which now does allow us to get to these Spirit Trees very, very easily with just teleporting to Varrock. This one was changed in 2007 because the Grand Exchange is now here. And now the agility shortcut under the wall is over this way. So still functions to allow us to get into the outside area here and over to Edgeville if we felt like it. Much nicer than dealing with going all the way around the walls. Although out this way wasn't as many walls. There is still a wall south and everything, so that's okay. Lots of good stuff. Yeah, more access to all sorts of different locations really is pretty nice. There have been some of these shortcuts I've been looking forward to having, like this one to the Spirit Tree. Lots of fun. Very nice addition to the agility skill. Really does add quite a bit. Next, we head east. Heading over to Mauritania, we would have had to go up into the mausoleum here and underground through the underground complex of the temple here. But now there's a shortcut over here. Originally, before graphical reworks here, you more climbed down the bank past the fence onto the bridge. Now it's a little bit more extravagant with jumping onto a statue, making just wild jumps there, which is another achievement. I think we will eventually just redo all the achievements we completed once we actually get to doing achievement diaries and stuff. Well, that is a problem for later. We have to do the agility shortcuts. That just makes sense. Yeah, into Mauritania. Now slightly more convenient. Up here at the Slayer Tower, there are now spiky chains that you can climb up to get to the upper areas more quickly. In 2013, with the complete change to the Slayer Tower here, it made getting between the floors a lot easier. There's just stairs in the middle. No weaving back and forth all the way. So there's no longer two spiky chains. There's just one plank here at the top, which is level 71, so we can't even use it. Shame. Not that it's really necessary. But that's here. And then if we go a little bit further into Mauritania, we can find one more possibly useful shortcut. Over here, near Port Phasmatis, we got the Ectofuntus. A good prayer training method, but slightly inconvenient because of getting the slime buckets. But now, instead of running all the way around, down the stairs, then all the way back around, over to here, there's now a shortcut. Wither Ball gets you down to this level, then straight to this level, then you just need to run around one time to get down to the slime. Really speeding up the process here. Except a lot of the time for the process is still the bone grinding. But it has potential. We'd have to compare with other training methods for prayer later. Currently we're doing fine in prayer. But if we wanted to train that, this would definitely be the current place we would. Over in Ardoin, there's a log balance, which with the current look of the river is wildly unnecessary, but here we are. Also more convenient if you want to go to the bank, which we don't. There's other bridges to get you other places. There's a Mourner. And they like to hang out over here in Arendar, where there were 3 agility shortcuts, ranging from mid-level to one of the highest level shortcuts. They weren't very good, and they were deleted in the 2024 graphical rework here. So, that's not a thing. It was also an achievement, and then it was made impossible because it didn't exist anymore, and then that needed to be fixed. But overall, not really missing out on much. Not too frequently you need to really go through Arendar here. And another place with quite a few additional shortcuts is over here in Trollheim, where there's now 4 new cliffside scrambles to make getting from the teleport spot to other locations, whether you want to go to the stronghold or back south, makes it just a little bit more convenient. Looks like there's more than 4 here, but it's possible the changes were changed again. That's alright. And if you continue down and around, being wary of the thrower trolls for sure. Dangerous. Very dangerous. You can make your way over towards the wilderness, which is very, very unsafe. There's no beacon here yet, so the first section of this is still reasonable. But if you try to continue this way, down this cliffside, you will find that you are in the wilderness and you cannot return. It's not, climbing up here does not look safe compared to being in the wilderness, which is very safe, clearly. Wild stuff. Lots, well, not much use of going into the wilderness here. Slightly more useful later with the beacons. But if you want to go from Trollheim to the wilderness, be my guest, I guess. It's now an option. Definitely some of these shortcuts are more useful than others, to say the least. Well, that's okay. One that's pretty good here is the underwall tunnel here in Yanil. You just pop through here, and you more quickly get over to the Mage Guild, or anything else here in Yanil, instead of having to run all the way through the gates here. So, that's something. Just another tunnel. One has to question all the tunnels underneath all of the walls for all these cities. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Over in Falador, we have 2 shortcuts. The previous out only shortcut here, out only, in only, whichever one it was, now goes in both directions. You just climb over this crumbling wall. Again, it's not even like a tunnel under the wall, it's just crumbled. So much so that there's now a footpath here. It's pretty wild. Agility shortcuts. Tactical disasters. And an underwall shortcut south of Falador. Lots of good stuff here. Another achievement. Brilliant. And there's also shortcuts in many dungeons. Down here in the Taverley dungeon, we have a very high level shortcut here, getting you way into the dungeon, and a pretty high level shortcut here, getting you over to the dragons. And this is why we got 70 agility. We can just pop through here, fight dragons, get the bones, go train prayer with it. Overall, pretty good stuff. 70 agility. Stops you from needing to go all the way through the Taverley dungeon, get the key. Really does save quite a bit of time. pretty convenient, all things considered. Getting between the sides in the Dwarven Mine now has an option. Squeezing through a crevice here. Gets you over towards the anvil quicker, I guess. Got some plans for smithing that aren't really involved here, I don't think. And we also mine on this side here, so technically might be okay for now. Just more options for getting around places. There's even a shortcut connecting multiple dungeons together. Edgeville Dungeon, Varrock Sewers, and what used to be a pipe is now just a crevice. Gets you between two completely different dungeons, so they are now very much connected. Works nicely if you're getting a Slayer task from Banaka here, of like Moss Giants or something. Those are right here. Super convenient. I'm going to start with this one. Over here in the Alcarid mine, you can now climb out of the mine. Very something. Gets you going up this way, I guess. Really, we go back towards Alcarid, so not particularly useful for us. And if we're already in there, we're probably not going to anywhere else, so that's okay. Naturally, with all these shortcuts presumably being made by the gnomes, they've got some in their area here too. Climbing down this way out of the gnome stronghold brings you up towards the barbarians over this way. A bit of a shortcut if you're taking the spirit tree or gnome gliders or something, want to go this way. It's interesting. Over towards Roleka. Now there's also the option of this log here, which brings you, can we see the log? It's behind a tree. Brings you just right into the Fremenic province here. Just past the Sinclair mansion there. So that's nice. And it's also another achievement. Brilliant stuff. Another reason you might want to come this direction is if you're heading over to the Slayer dungeon over here. And that is definitely another place that has more agility shortcuts. When you add 30 shortcuts to the world, it really does add up. So down in here, there's 2 new shortcuts, getting you further into the dungeon. Try to take this one, jumping across, squeezing through. Graphical view works. 81 agility. Very high level. Oh, there's 2 in here. Other one is a slightly lower level, but that's further in, so that's okay. And then there are 2 more agility shortcuts, which we're not going to go show, because those are in Xanaris, and getting to Xanaris is an absolute pain, still. Shortcuts to the Cosmic Temple, essentially. Make Cosmic Rune crafting slightly more convenient. But overall, that is 30 agility shortcuts. Pretty good stuff. Also, as if that wasn't already enough things here on this day, new prayers. We get Retribution, does damage in a big AoE blast when you die. Not going to be making much use of that, the whole not dying business. We got Redemption, heals you when you drop below 10% health for a portion of your prayer points. 25%. But also drains all your prayer, so you can't just keep using it. Very importantly, if you drop from 11% health to 0, it does nothing. So, use at your own risk. And Smite damages your opponent's prayer points for a quarter of the damage dealt. Mostly useful for PvP, but definitely exists. See if there's any use for that. Probably not. Most of the time, you're going to want the protection prayers. even if they only protect 50% now, it's still better than risking to hope that you get hit the correct amount to heal yourself a little bit and then have no prayer. Certain situations can be an interesting tactic. Also very dangerous on the hardcore count. And we also have the Ring of Life on, so not a good idea. On September 12th, 2005, cooking update. There's now a Cook X menu. Choose how many of the things you want to cook, and it just keeps on cooking them, so you have to use them one at a time. There's already a few skills with the Make X menus, and it just continues until it all gets put into one main central menu later. But with the changes to how easy or difficult it is to make cooking things, and the fact that some things were just not really worth making at all, some XP rates and stuff were changed. More XP for making curries, snails, and chompies. More healing from pies, pizzas, stews, and bread. Not that that makes a huge difference, because it's still way more work to make those, and fish are still just better. It's pretty wild. Like we said, back when fishing was first released, everything else is worthless. Still the case. Less experience for cooking karambuanji, but also you can fish them faster. To try to kind of make it more useful for getting the karambuan instead, but still not, because they don't stack. Less experience from lava eels, because they were too fast to get to them in the Taverley dungeon with the new shortcut, for balancing purposes here. And another slight automation for filling items with water. Use one item on the water source, and it just keeps filling that same item all the way. Very good. Next update. Let's go. Just chilling out at a volcano on September 19th, 2005. Bank pin, now a thing. 4 digits. Takes 7 days to activate. Takes a few days to deactivate. Please don't tell people your bank pin. More security. Good ideas. Good ideas. We technically have a bank pin, but we don't have a bank that we use. Just money pouch and being able to do smithing for the most part. That works. Good to have. But the obvious main thing here is a new area. Underneath the crown of the volcano, down into the dungeon there, there's a new dungeon that goes into another dungeon. New entrance. The entrance was moved out of the dungeon and up to the top here in 2012. And the whole area was completely reworked. So it looks completely different inside here. See if we can even find all the places we need to find. This is the Tsar City, where we got all sorts of wild lava monsters and stuff. And just lava guys in general. We got Zarkets. They are guards. Zar Ixels. Hunters. We have Zar Meges. They are mages. And Zarhers crafters. You can fight them for various drops and stuff. And overall, a very interesting combat option. Lots of cool stuff. And lots of hot stuff too here, since it's a volcano. You can fight them. If you attack the little crafter guys, everybody else tries to attack you. It's very dangerous. Multi-combat, not a good idea. but they have some interesting drops, so you might want to. Mainly, what you'd be looking for would be just getting the drops of all the new equipment here, or you can just buy it from the shop. We've got obsidian rings, sword, knife kind of thing, a mace, staff, maul, shield, and they all have very interesting names. But you can't just buy these with coins. No. You need tackle, which is a completely separate currency down here. You can get tackle from drops from the various SAR here, which only drop a very tiny amount, or by selling things to the shops. And one more thing that we will get to. This was changed quite a bit. Around 2009. You can no longer sell things to the shops. It's not allowed. So that's no longer how you can get it. Eventually the drops were improved, so you can actually get a reasonable amount from fighting stuff. There's even, before that, a few other things that were added to the shops. But since getting the things doesn't work quite the way it used to, probably not going to be making too much use of tackle here. Perhaps later. Along with the equipment shop, there's also an ores and gems shop here. No last three things here yet, because onyxes don't exist. And it also used to be able to sell quite a few other ores and gems, but since you can't sell anything, it would just have 0 stock and it wasn't useful. And then the personalized shop updates and everything, so. All that exists here is 2 gems and 12 ores. So that's not the most exciting shop either. Changing it so you can't sell things, so you can't get a lot of tackle, so you can't buy anything from the shops, kind of did mess with the economy down here. And there's also a magic shop where you can buy some runes. This is one of the things you would really like to sell. It would be like the chaos runes. Especially when they were cheaper. You would not get that many tackle per, but then the price per would also go down as you sell more, so it all worked out to be relatively worthwhile, keeping the things at a stable price. But then I decided they didn't want that anymore, so nobody ever uses any of these shops ever again, for the most part. There is one other way to get tackle though, and that is the fight pit. New, safe, PvP, battle royale kind of deal, where everybody goes in and only one person wins. It is safe though, so that's good. No losing all your stuff on death. Even has viewing orbs from the lobby. Or I guess one viewing orb for now, actually. And if the fights take too long, new monsters will spawn and try to kill everyone. So, you need to keep working if you don't want to die. If you want to win. Gaze into the viewing orb here. Yep. Right here in the middle. See you when everyone's fighting. Cool. More will be added here just next month. So look forward to that. Will be interesting. Next up, on September 26th, 2005, a new look for the website. New front page, links, summaries of news, stuff you'd expect. The pages are now wider, since just web pages and screen resolutions are increasing these days. Started in 2001, it's been a few years. It's getting there. It's doing its best. Less ads, upgraded graphics for all the stuff on the website. New security login, where you can only access the section that you logged into. So if you go to the account section, it doesn't also give access to billing, just to generally keep things safer there. Reasonable idea. Also on the new website, the post bag from the hedge. This is the new player submitted questions for NPCs letters system, taking over from the old god letters. Post bag from the hedge, asking all sorts of questions to all sorts of NPCs, getting some funny answers, some hints at future things. Overall, just a good time. Down in the fight pits, there is now more orbs scattered around the arena so you can look at more fights happening. Leaving the arena heals you and cures your poison, so you don't walk out and then actually die and lose your stuff, which would not help. It's faster and more automated to join the games from the lobby, so you don't have to accept or anything. You just get going, get the games going better. So that's nice. Mage Arena, out in the wilderness, now has webs and levers for both places to go. Already had webs and levers to get into the bank. Now there's also one to get into the actual arena, so you can't just escape through there so easily. And a graphical rework to Port Sarum, Remington, Thurgo's Peninsula, the jail, crafting guild, makeover mage. Lots of fun stuff over there. And even one new thing to go look at. We can even use the new shortcut to get down there. It's so nice. It's so nice. There still are a few shortcuts that don't exist. Mostly with crossbows though, so we can mostly just go through shortcuts. And any shortcuts in places that don't exist yet, obviously, wouldn't work. So, no need to worry about that. But yeah. One new thing here with the graphical rework, which is not this graphical rework, and all these different things all over the place. But we got some elemental wizards hanging out here. It's a pretty good time. Malignus here yet? Good question. Malignus Mortifier. September 26th. Looks possible. He's just a wizard kind of guy. Hanging out here with the wizards. We got a water wizard, air wizard, fire wizard, earth wizard. Brilliant stuff. You can fight them. They drop their runes that you would expect. Talismans reasonably often. Overall, a pretty good time. We'll be talking to Malignus quite a bit later on, so we will not keep him just yet. Instead, we will let him summon his skeletons, make some mushrooms, while we are off on a new quest. Quite a few things today, but a quest. A tale of two cats. That is a Tale of Two Cities reference. Good times. Requires Clarion's little helper, which requires Gertrude's cat. It's cat related, so we're gonna have to go get a cat. Required items: a kitten or cat. We can go get that. The Amulet of Cat Speak, which we got during Ichlarin's little helper. So we have to go get that again. 5 death runes, which we can buy from a shop. A chocolate cake, which we kind of need to make ourselves. A bucket of milk, easy enough. Logs, shears, easy. Tinderbox, and farming equipment, which we need to actually get since it's not tool belt yet. 4 potato seeds, and buy that from a shop. Vial of water, buy that from a shop. and desert robes. So we got quite a few things we need to pick up here for this quest. Should be fine though. We've got teleports and shortcuts. Living the dream. Got some death runes from Ali Morrison's shop. Brilliant stuff. Cooking. A cake. Right here. We still need the chocolate. We can deal with that. One cake. I think we really need to worry about our ability to cook many things. We have 89 cooking. That definitely gets the job done here, for the most part. Also, while we're here in Alca, we're able to go pick up the desert robes down here at the Shantae Pass. Desert robes from near the desert makes a whole bunch of sense. Trade here. Eventually, I guess we will be going into the desert. Might want a water skin. That'd be a nice thing to have. And for the actual chocolate, for the chocolate cake here, we just pop on over to Arduin. We know very well there's chocolate here, because we bought hundreds of these while we were making those energy potions. And we just slap it on there, bam, chocolate cake. Brilliant stuff. Last bits we need are cat related. Hey Gertrude, do you have any more kittens? Indeed I have. They are 100 coins each. Do you want one? Accept the offered kitten. And we get another kitten. Just don't ask where the last one went, or where this one's going. We've got a pet kitten following us around. Great times. It's currently in a bush. There it is. One last piece we need is to be able to actually talk to the kitten with the cat speak amulet. Looks like we're going to be heading to the desert sooner than I expected here. Probably could have expected it, since that's where we get the amulet back. To the Sphinx. Hey, Sphinx. Good day. The Sphinx ignores you. Ah, how interesting. A cat. Come here to me, kitty. Meow. Yeah, the Sphinx converts in a yowling language for a short time. What do you want, human? Do you have another spare amulet of cat speak? Well, I suppose I do. Seeing as you're such a good guardian of cats, I'll give you one. Be careful with it, though. I only have so many. Amulet of cat speak. Again, great guardian of cats we are. Just don't ask what happened to the last one. Anyways, now we can go and start the quest. The quest begins in Birthwarp, talking to Unferth. Hello, have you seen a cat? Meow. Indeed I do. Do you have a cat? I do. His name is Bob, but I can't find him. Oh dear. I haven't seen him for a week. What am I to do? What a wet blanket. Bob can look after himself. I know, Puss, but he is in distress. What? Never mind. Talking to our cat. Don't worry about it. Accept your quest. Tell you what, I'll help you. Would you? Oh, that would be so great. I don't want to leave the house in case Bob comes back. He must be hungry by now. This guy gets on my nerves. Shh. Huh? Where did you see Bob last? Well, he usually comes back to me once a week. Usually Monday. Wonder why on a Monday? Updates. The date's been changed over the years based on what day it's been on. At least sometimes. Wild stuff. Well, this week he hasn't come back for his food, and I'm worried. So he could be anywhere? I guess so. I've just had an idea. Oh, you win a biscuit. Puss? Do you want to help or not? I said I would, didn't I? Okay. My friend Hild is cleverer than me. Anyone would be cleverer. This is not funny. Sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah, yes, my friend Hild might be able to locate where Bob is. She lives in a house just down the road to the southwest. Okay, I'll go speak to her. Please hurry. Meow. Cat. Also, slightly changed the directions here due to the reworked Berthorpe area. Hild! Greetings, adventurer. Why have you come to me in my abode? Greetings, Hild. I am trying to find Umferth's cat. Umferth's cat? Umferth is Bob's human. What are you talking about? Your cat speaks some truth. It is humans that misinterpret their relationship with cats. You understand what my cat is saying? Indeed. Bob didn't come home this week. That is not like Bob. What could be the problem? I don't think there is a problem. Bob is probably chasing females again. Hello? I'm still here. Oh, sorry. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. I will help Umferth find Bob. He has been a friend of mine for many years. Ah, good. He could be anywhere, though. I see you have an amulet of cat speak. If you open the amulet up, you will see contained inside a mechanism. This is enchanted correctly and can be used to locate a cat. In our case, Bob. If you bring me 5 death runes, then I will be able to perform the enchantment for you. I have the death runes with me now. Good. Give me the amulet so I may perform the enchantment. You pass Hild the amulet. It's currently on my neck still. Hild gives you the enchanted amulet. Using the enchanted amulet is easy. Open up the amulet and you'll see a cat's face. Use the whiskers to rotate the cat's nose. You'll see the nose move and the new direction highlighted. When the nose points in the direction that Bob is in, the eyes will light up and the mouth will open. You need to head in that direction, then check that direction again. If you're very close to Bob, the eyes and mouth will animate no matter which way the nose is pointing. That's all there is to it. Good luck. Thanks. Now we need to find Bob the cat. Amulet. We can open it up. Rotate. Rotate. Wild interface here. Looks like Bob is currently northwest. Various changes here. A second here. Bob the cat. Looking for a cat. Can wander around quite a few places. And we can always open up the amulet and try again. Still further north west here. Possibly through here. The question is where his wander range is. It should be somewhere here. That Bomb? There's Bomb. Just chilling up here by Death Plateau. Very safe. Very cool. Warning. Death Plateau. No, actually we're fine. We're just talking to a cat. Bob, I found you at last. Hi, Bob. Hi there, son. Don't start that again. These humans have been looking for you. They get worried too easily. I should have realized Umferth would miss me. What's up? Can't believe it. I've fallen for Nyeti. Nyeti. Now, I'm sure I've heard that name before. What a beauty she is. It's the way the shimmer from the hot sand makes her eyes sparkle. The way she flakes her tail as she leaps gracefully across the pyramids. The way she cleans herself after a good rat. As you humans would say, she's the cat's whiskers. Oh, how I long to be curled up with her in front of a log fire and a big bowl of tuna. Menaphos would be a great place to start a family. Wow, he's got it bad. Real bad. Never thought I'd see the day. I know, but there is something about her. The way she, well, it's everything. Oh, the hidden pain of love. Love lies not with the eye, but with the mind. Therefore is the winged Cupid painted blind. I'm starting to feel sick. I haven't been home because I wanted to be alone. Does Nyete feel the same way about you? She said she has feelings for me, but would never get involved with anyone with no family or status. Don't you know who your parents are? All I know is that Gertrude found me on her doorstep one day. She looked after me when I was a kitten. The crazy cat lady? Don't you have any memory of your parents? Nothing. Farthest back I can remember is Gertrude looking after me. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Let's go and talk to Gertrude. Perhaps she knows who Bob's parents are. Do I look like a matchmaker? Come on, we can help Bob. Hello? Can you understand me? Certainly can. We're in this I got in Sophina. This is starting a different conversation. We need to do that instead. I guess we can talk to Bob. He's here. Hi, Bob. Oh, Niente, my bounty is boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Okay, this is becoming dangerous. If we don't do something, it'll probably implode. We'll go to Gertrude and ask if she knows who your parents are. And then let's just do the conversation with Bob here. Hi, my name is Bob. Hello, Bob. Do you know each other? I don't think so. Yes, you do. Dive deep, search your feelings. Okay, I will try. What's up, kitty? If only you knew the power of Bob. Your master never told you who your real father was, did he? No. What's that got to do with... No, it cannot be. Yes, I am your father. That's impossible. This is all getting very weird. You can destroy Zamrak. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me. Together we can rule this place as father and son. Okay, Dad, maybe later. You're scaring me. I think that's about enough of that. I'm off. Wild cat conversations out here. Let's go talk to Gertrude again. We just showed up again to get a new cat. We are already onto more shenanigans here. Also got some raw anchovies. If the cat gets hungry. Seems like a reasonable idea. Gertrude. We got to talk about Bob. Hello. Not rat catchers. Bob's parents. Hello again, Gertrude. Welcome back, adventurer. How is your cat? I'm fine, thanks. He says he's fine. What can I do for you, then? Hope you're not about death runes. I heard a terrible rumor, you know. Death runes? No idea. No, it's not that. Come on, spit it out. This is going to sound silly. Why? Are you going to talk to me in a stupid accent? Go on, try me. Okay, well, you know who Bob's parents are? Bob? You mean that big tomcat who hangs around the Heroes Guild? No, I'm afraid I don't know a lot about him. People around here know I care for sick and abandoned animals, and one day I found a basket with a kitten inside. It left on my doorstep. I brought him up as best I could. He soon learned to take care of himself. He really was an amazing little thing. There was this one time when we don't have time for this. Bob could be in trouble. Tell her to get on with it. Crumbs, your cat's quite noisy, isn't he? Is everything okay? No, it's needs to be taken to the vets. Urgently. For an emergency amputation. I do hope you're joking. These claws are really, none of your bronze nonsense. See, you just can't stop howling. Allergic to cat hair, apparently. Anyway, you were talking about Bob's parents. Oh, was I? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid I don't know anything about them, adventurer. Hang on, maybe this is something to do with the legend. Yes, it just might. Have you ever heard of Robert the Strong? Vaguely? Ask Gertrude if she knows anything. Gertrude, do you know anything of the legend Robert the Strong? No, sorry. If it's a legend, it's Reldo you need to talk to. He's in Marok Palace Library. Knows all about that kind of thing. Good old Gertrude. Come on, let's go. But I'll explain later. To the library. Teleporting to Varrock from Gertrude's house. Doable. Worth it. By the number of law runes we currently have, I think I'm going to deplete that stack after we're done here. That'll be fine. Open the door. Talk to Reldo. Ask about Robert the Strong. Hello. Hello, Reldo. Go on, ask him. Okay, I'm on it. Do you know anything about Robert the Strong? Wow, let me see. There is a mention of him in one of my books on the history of Gielinor. 4th Age, popular lore. Here we are. Robert the Strong. Not much is known about the hero called by the people of Asgarnia, Robert the Strong. Most folktales describe him as being taller than the tallest human and far stronger than the strongest man. He wields a 6-foot-tall longbow, travels with his faithful panther, Odysseus. He is said to have had a personal crusade against the Dragonkin. Dragonkin? I'm coming to that. Stories tell of the Dragonkin being an intelligent race of bird-like creatures that walked rather than used their wings. They are said to be immortal, but cannot reproduce. Because of this, they became very afraid of death and shunned all other races. The Dragonkin made corrupted versions of themselves for protection, what we now know as dragons. Well, that's everything we know about him, and that is from folktales. Doesn't sound very believable. Very little is known about this early part of Gielinorian history. But unlike many scholars, I believe that folktales are based on events that actually happened. It is the way history has been passed down generations before we had a way of recording it. Thank you, Reldo. You've been most helpful. That was a nice tale for mothers to tell their children, but I don't see how this helps Bob. Don't you think it's odd? No one knows where Bob came from? I guess, but he's just a cat, right? I hope that you realized there's more to cats than humans believe. Okay, I get your point. After all, I'm being dragged around Gielinor by my cat. I wouldn't say dragged. Let's call it partnership. Okay. So you saying that Robert the Strong is Bob? Let's ask Bob. Let's go. Hopefully he's still where he was before. We'll pop back up there. This would be a convenient time to have a games necklace to constantly be getting over to Berthorpe. Guess we technically could have made one. Easily enough. But inventory space, so that's alright. He really likes this corner in the rocks here. That's fine. Hi, Bob. Did you find out who my parents are? Not exactly. We think you are, or used to be, Robert the Strong. Robert the who? I thought this was stupid. Robert the Strong was a great hero. You have no memory of him? No, I'm afraid not. Does a Black Panther called Odysseus ring any bells? No. What about the Dragonkin? A vicious race of bird-like creatures. Nothing. Looks like there's nothing else we can do, Puss. I'm not done yet. Do you remember when you were hypnotized by the Devourer? Well, no, I was hypnotized. The Sphinx understood how, if you were hypnotized, it might be possible to access Bob's memories of Robert the Strong. Sounds crazy. Guess it might work. Bye for now, Bob. We're gonna go speak to the Sphinx. Bye. It starts the conversation again. Dialogue trees. Definitely a thing. Back to the Sphinx. We just showed up to get the end of the cat speak with a whole new cat. Now we are returning with wacky adventures. Classic stuff. Sphinx. Ask the Sphinx for help. Good day. What is it, human? Sphinx, we need your help. Yes, please help. Very well. I see you have a close relationship with your cat. I will help you if I can. What is the problem? Thank you. Bob is in love with Niete, but we need to prove that he used to be Robert the Strong before she will have anything to do with him. Slow down, human. Bob has fallen in love. This I did not foresee. Who is this Robert the Strong that you speak of? He was a mighty hero. Human myths interest me not. Robert the Strong was no ordinary human, though. It is true that there is something about Bob. There is the mark of power on him. I've ignored it for too long. But Bob has no memory of this. Then it is time for action. Come with me into the desert, so we are not disturbed. View cutscene. 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Yes. Of course. Obviously. Cat boy. Gotta love it. Out in the desert. Me, the Sphinx. Am I kidding? Quiet, please. I shall summon Bob. And summoning Bob looks like teleportation. There you go. Here's Bob. What happened? I was eating a particularly nice piece of tuna. Greetings, Bob. Oh, hi there, Sphinx. Hi there, Horror Ultimate Ironman Artic. What's going on? I brought you here to find out who you really are. So you buy this Robert the Strong stuff? I have long suspected that your appearance as an ordinary cat belies your true nature. Hey, I'm just this cat, you know? Look into my eyes. Sure, whatever. And as Bob looks, you are now under my influence. Let's start with something simple. What is your name? My name is Bob. Good. Are you, or have you ever been called Robert the Strong? I don't know. Think back to your earliest memories. I see a big cat. Where are you now? I'm in front of a dark tower. The cat is called Odysseus. What is your name? My name is Robert. I'm walking towards that tower. And we get a cutscene inside a cutscene. Lovely. Amazing stuff. And what a tower it is. And there is a dragonkin. Come, Odysseus. Walking in. Ascenta. Dragonkin. Very cool. They're coming to fight. Here goes Odysseus. Going in for the attack. Robert the Strong is shooting. Odysseus goes down. The Dragonkin fires a giant fireball. And another one. Doing way more damage. Robert almost falls. Takes one final shot. And down goes the Dragonkin. Wild stuff. You are no longer under my influence. Wow, Bob. You really are Robert the Strong. I am? Yes, when you were hypnotized, you told us of when you defeated a Dragonkin. I did? Yes, how can Niete refuse you now? Really? Sphinx, summon Niete, please. There are more important matters than matchmaking. That can wait. Bob has been lovesick, so we have to tell Niete. Very well, I shall summon Niete. And another cat pops into existence. Wild. Oh, furballs. Hi, Niete. Hello. To what do I owe this pleasure? Bob is Robert the Strong. What are you talking about? The Sphinx hypnotized Bob. Bob told us about when he was Robert the Strong, fighting Dragonkin. So you're supposed to be Robert the Strong? So they tell me. For too long, I've ignored the fact there was a mark of power on Bob. Under my influence, Bob was able to recall memories that remained hidden until now. Proves he is, or was, Robert the Strong. Wow. Come here, you. Meow, meow, meow. It whispers in Bob's ear. Niete. Of course, kitten. Hey, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Could you do me a favor? Of course. Niete and I are going away for a few days. Could you look after Unferth for me while I'm away? Sure? I'll give you a list of what needs doing. Okay, no problem, Bob. A list for that. Go to Sophanem or Unferth's house. Sophanem. Then we will get to Unferth's house ourselves. I was giving you a list of chores to help look after Unferth. And then And the screen fades black and comes back in again. Cutscenes. Tidy house, warm human, feed human, tidy human, tend garden. Okay. Let's go do that. As we've come to expect from quest steps, always do the farming first. Tidying the patch, raking up all the weeds, and planting the potato seeds. But of course, that's not enough. We need to wait until it's grown. So while we wait on that, we'll do the rest of the bits in here. You need to feed the human. Inspect the table here. It's empty cake stand and empty milk glass. Bucket of milk to fill the glass. An entire chocolate cake. A perfectly balanced meal, for sure. Need to warm the human with light. The fireplace here. Brilliant stuff. Need to tidy the human with shears. This is how you normally give people haircuts. Just waving shears in their face. And through their face. Very safe. Very cool. And we go for a nice trim. Nope, completely bald. Brilliant. And we need to tidy the house. Got a bookcase here. Got a recipe for chocolate cake. Oh, there you go. If you didn't know how to make a chocolate cake, I guess. Up here, you can make the bed. Very good. And that takes care of that. Now all I have to do is tend the garden here. Let's talk to Unferth. We just kind of barged in here. Hi, Unferth. I'm doing some What? Then tell him you're doing his chores. Part of the cat-human relationship is to let them believe they are in control. Ah, okay. Never mind. Alright. Now we get to wait for potatoes to grow. Woo! Well, that took a little bit. But the kitten has informed us that the chores are done. Well done. That's all the chores finished. They also wanted some food and attention while we waited, so that worked. Let's talk to Unferth and see if there's anything else we can do. Yeah. Here he is. You haven't even touched your cake yet. We're waiting all that time. Alright. Hi, Unferth. Is there anything I can do for you? Now what? I don't feel so good. Oh dear. What's up? Nothing, I bet. Sheesh. I think I need the doctor. What doctor is that? Just a doctor. Please hurry. I don't think I'll last long. We can't let Bob see him like this. I guess you're right. There's an apothecary in Varrock. Good idea. To the apothecary. Getting good use of all these logins. Lovely stuff. One apothecary. Right over here. Go have a chat. Do we need a recipe for cake? Nope. Mix flour, eggs, and milk together in a cake tin. Cook cake, reuse on the stove. Buy some chocolate and add it. Yep. Talk to apothecary. Tell the apothecary that Unferth is ill. Hello, apothecary. Unferth has fallen ill. Could you go and see him, please? That Unferth, honestly. I've been to see him more times than my mother's hair has fallen out. Never did like that guy. I'm beginning to agree with you. What can I do with Unferth? I have a few suggestions. It's quite simple. Unferth is what we call a hypochondriac. He isn't ill, but he thinks he is. All you need to do is convince him you're a doctor or nurse, give him a potion to make him better. How do I make Unferth believe I'm a doctor or nurse? Easy. Make sure you're dressed in white robes and take one of these hats to wear. What about the doctor's hat? Oh, they're just giving you a doctor's hat. They're just handing these out for free, I guess. But all you need to do is give him a vial of water, and he'll take it thinking it's a cure potion. I always wanted to be a doctor. There's no way we should be a doctor. We are chaos incarnate. But we will do anything that anyone tells us to do. So let's go do some medical malpractice. Ew. Let's see if Unferth cares about our doctor stick that we have. Unferth, how you doing? Good day, Unferth. I am Dr. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. No, you're not. The doctor wouldn't be holding that. He does care. Wild stuff. How about a pickaxe? Dr. Pickaxe. Nope. Cape okay? I'm so glad to see you, Doctor. Yes. I'm not a well man. What seems to be the problem? There's something wrong with his head. My back hurts. No problem. I think my arm is broken. We can. Then there's my spleen. Your what? My liver has packed in. All you need to do is take this potion. You give Unferth the potion. Is that it? I'm much more ill than that. You offer to bonk him on the head with a big hammer? Doctor, please, take this seriously. I demand treatment. Of course, sir. The potion I have given you is the latest technology. Cures all known illnesses and a few unknown ones. It's what we in the trade call a miracle cure. Wow, what can I say? I feel special. And he drinks the special potion. Do you feel better? I'm not sure. Wait, I feel something. Yes, I can feel the potion working. The pain is gone. I can walk on my leg. Doctor, I'm cured. That's great. Phew. Indeed, Bob should be back by now. Let's go find him. What if he's going to be in the same place still? We'll wear our doctor. Cat wants attention again. Alright. Where are you even stuck at? Back there? For attention, interact with kitten. And stroke. Who's the world's most ferocious kitten? Me, rah. Sounds like more of a squeak. Cat sure loves to be stroked. There we go. Guess we could technically use the cat speak amulet to make sure Bob's still over here. But he probably couldn't have wandered far. Or maybe he did. He can wander. Faster to just run over there and check, I think. Should be fine. If we see any other yellow dots hanging around other locations. No, he's still here. Also, Nete is now here with him. Since they are hanging out. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. How's the hang going? Wonderful. Nete and I have been all over Gillinor. We borrowed a magic carpet. Let's see this adventure. Borrowed a magic carpet. Slightly broken here. Where did we turn north here, yes? Yes, north. Yeah, there should be 2 cats on there. Slow down. For what? That camel. What camel? Don't want to crash into camels. Next piece. Are you sure this is a good idea? Yeah, the old king and I go way back. Which king? The King Black Dragon. Look at that guy. Hey, old king. How's things? Same as always. Adventurers trying to kill me. There. Could be worse. I guess. One moment. Here is Ranger Noob 889. Lols, die, noob. Haha. Massive fire breath. Instant death. See what I mean? Mate, you need a new line of work. And it continues. And so for them, I said left at the camel. What camel? They're having a hard time traveling around here. You're too close to the pyramid. Do you want to drive? I think we're lost. No, I know where I'm going. I don't think he knows where he's going. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. What a fun time they're having. Now they're on a boat. Doing the Titanic. Hopefully not the sinking part, though. Whee! I'm the king of Gillinor! Wild. And that was quite the adventure. Phew! Hello? Can you understand me? Ah, this is the bug that I read about. This is love cats, which is an NPC that is both of the cats with no chat head. I certainly can. I wear this amulet I got in Sophonim. Ah, so you've met some of the local felines. Why is it confusing, those sphinxes? This is us talking to... Okay, it's definitely something here. Wow, you know the plural of sphinx. What else do you know? All sorts of stuff. I pick up no end of comments on my travels. Want to hear one? Certainly do. Share your wisdom, Bob. It's supposed to be Bob. Cat rule number 1. Always act afraid when you're dogs, especially if you're near a human. They'll pick you up and fuss you and shout at the dog. Most amusing. All sorts of weird stuff out here. Glitches, messes. Hi, Bob. Hello, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. We better put Umfrith out of his misery and tell him that Bob is safe. Alrighty then. Hello? You understand me? Certainly can. I'm wearing this amulet. These dialogues that go directly into the next dialogue are not working. Not working at all. Another thing that's not working at all, because it doesn't exist, is Bob and Nite's wedding cutscene. The plan originally was for that to be a thing, but the developer that was working on the quest resigned before the quest was finished, so they just finished up without having that part in. If they worked on all the other cutscenes, they were doing a lot. Hi, Unferth. Hello. Mom came home today. I'm so happy. That's good news. If I had a lot of use you were, he came home on his own. This guy's unbelievable. You're not wrong. Of course I'm not wrong. I'll be going now. Before you go, I found the strangest things. There was this package left under the bed. It's addressed to you. You completed A Tale of Two Cats, 2 quest points, mystery present, and a doctor or nurse's hat. Delightful. So let us open our mystery present. A toy mouse and 2 antique lamps. Put these in Herblore. 2500 XP and 2500 XP. That is 65 Herblore. Not bad. That is a quest requirement for while Gothic sleeps. Samfu serums, cleaning catentines, and camouflage potions. Camouflage, no. Catentine, yes. Samfu serum, snakeweed, unicorn, nail beast nails, maybe. Not that we're going to make any Samfu serums. Not a thing that we're going to do. Samfu serum. Nope. 2007. Well, anyways, there's that. Got the mouse toy here. The kitten will play with it. Have a fun time. Play. It'd probably work better if we were on the same height. Let's try moving slightly. That makes more sense. Kitten is very small. And it's going to stay very small because we're going to shoo it away. We will need a cat soon-ish. But before we get to that, we'll need inventory space. And we're unfortunately going to be shooing it away again while having the cat speak. Sure you want to shoot away the cat? Yes. I'm just fed up with you. You were just so needy. Can't you just look after yourself for a bit? Meow, don't leave me, master. I'm sorry. I'll be a good kitty from now on. Meow. No, I'm really happy with you. Now scat. Shoo, cat. Meow. After all of our bonding and adventuring, eventually we'll be able to keep a cat. Now is not that time, though. We're going to clear out the inventory, teleport 13 times, and get back to crafting. And then it's on to more stuff. Obviously. That's how continuing things works. Next time. Goodbye.